Of late, we hear many people falling dead, be it at the gym, or a person cooking in the kitchen, or someone even over a phone call. Suddenly, they hear a shocking news on the spot, they collapse. By the time they take the person to the hospital, the doctor declares brought dead. Why does this happen? All of a sudden, how is a person just collapsing and even death? Even people who don't have a history of blockage or atherosclerosis or even cholesterol, sudden death happens, heart attack happens, even for these kind of cases which don't have history of any of these. Why is this happening? In the Google you search, or even in the books, it is given in most of the problems related to the body, cause unknown. There is no proper explanation as to why the person, there are a number of tests, lot of treatment methods are there is open the heart surgery is there is angioplasty, and so many number of tests especially are there. But why do they do the test? For you to find out the reason why, and only if you find out the reason will the problem be eraded right from the root. So what is the root cause of all these problems? As far as modern science is concerned, it is a cause unknown. But there are reasons for everything that happens for everybody in their life, apart from health issues also. So this video is going to be about why heart attack. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mercy, a physiotherapist, acupuncturist and a flower medicine practitioner. What is this heart attack all about? It is nothing but stoppage of blood going to the heart muscles to pump it continuously. Now this problem mainly happens because the heart is the only organ that is formed first before you are born also. The gynecologist will test and say baby's heartbeat is fine. That's the first thing the gynecologist will inform the parents, isn't it? And that is the only organ which is actually surviving with only the other carbon dioxide blood and the oxygenated blood going to the mother's uterine vein and the artery, and thereby supplying the full. So the embryo is surviving because of this heart. So right from that time till the very end, that is the only organ which continues to perform non-stop. And this is not the only reason. It is not only the most exhausted organ and the first organ, it is also the organ which is bearing a lot of emotional problems, a lot of negative emotions that may cause problems in it. This is the main reason, in fact. Many places we have come across this heart symbol. But mostly it is dedicated to only people who are in love and who all are, it is only made for the youth and all that. And she broke my heart and all that happens. But understand this very clearly, that this breaking of the heart does not happen only to this kind of love affairs, intimate relationships between a couple alone. It happens even if you are going to have any form of shock syndrome or worry or dukkham, sogam, drogam, the dissatisfaction, greed, ego clashes. Around 32 emotions are there, which I have already explained in one video, that these emotions are the main trigger points for any kind of health issues that we face in our day-to-day life. For example, people working at the gym. First thing is they will have the worry that whether the exercise they are doing is going to be correct or not. So worry is one of the emotional problems that they will have. Another one is the fear that whether they will achieve the target or not, be it weight loss, especially weight loss. Many people are going to the gym for the weight loss. First of all, it may not be necessary. I will tell you in the forthcoming videos as to why weight loss is actually not a right concept. Thirdly, the pressure, the self-pressure to somehow do the work. Even if you are not able to, you will push yourself to go do some activity. Not daily you will have the energy and the right mood to do in certain activities. So you need to understand where to stop also. And fourth, the basic complex that you are not good enough. This is one of the major reasons why people get into the gym. They want to go and trim themselves, want to bulk their muscles, be it anything for that matter, even muscle mass. Many youngsters are wanting to achieve. So the target that they want to achieve and the inches or whatever, all this are the basic emotional stress that they give themselves, which might be affecting all the other organs of the body, but ultimately it goes and affects the heart, and hence the heart attack. Why? Because you are just suppressing all these emotions and you work out to the maximum, thus stimulating your lungs. So you breathe heavily, you go on the treadmill, you do any exercises. It is the lungs that is getting expanded and it is having a greater lung capacity. Very good. All that is getting achieved. But is your heart willing to take the struggle of the lung? It has to work hand in hand. The lung is taking in enough oxygen and it goes to the heart to be supplied throughout the body. So if this is running in 30 meters per second, for example, I am saying if your lung is running in 30 meters per second, but the heart is running only in 10 meters per second because of this load of emotional stress that it is undergoing, then definitely it will not be able to meet the demand of the lung, and that's the reason why it goes into a attack or its stoppage happens. The blood is not able to get into the lung, or enough oxygen is not able to enter into the muscles, and hence the heart attack happens. This is also clearly explained why people get heart attack early in the morning. Most of the time, no, we get phone calls and sudden death cases. Early in the morning, they will report of heart attack. This is clearly explained only in ancient science, wherein, according to the Orkin clock, 3 to 5 is the time for the lung in the morning. Okay, so at that time, if the lung is in excess, especially people working out at the gym, when the lung is in excess, at that time it will be excess, but at 3 to 5 exactly will it be fully toned up the lung. The heart will not be at the demand of the lung, and that is why heart attack during the lung time in the morning. What about people who all lead a sedentary life? That is still worse. They do not even work out your lung. So there is no oxygen enough entering into the lung, and so it does not go to the heart also. They will eat food on time. They will not be able to assimilate the food and shell it out into energy. So that is the reason why people who all are having comorbid cases also will get heart attack very easily, even if you are not completely working out at the gym. So any of the extremes are bad. For example, even little aged people, no, the children work abroad, they go and settle abroad, but they are left all alone. They think they're sending money, very good, taking care of the health of the parents, but there's no quality communication not there at the base. And that is the reason why the emotional downfall is. The same concept happens for a woman working in the house also as a housewife. The husband is earning enough, very good, and she's been supplied with everything that she needs, but that basic communication, the intimate communication and the time between both of them is not there, and so she gets depressed. So this is how depression arises. The kids also these days, because they are already overloaded with homework assignments and so many other activities that they are involved in, they don't have the time to spend with the parents and get that emotional connect with anybody. So definitely they will feel the lack somewhere or the other, because sometimes both the parents might be working. So right from children till old age, and our grandparents, grandmother, and all, whoever it might be, everybody are facing this emotional stress and lack, which is all overloading the heart. Why this cause unknown? Because it is cause unseen. All these are cause unseen, which is most effective. Understand this very clearly. Most of the time, it is the invisible that gives a greater impact than the visible, and that which we always ignore. Okay, so give importance to that. Just recall and see. Most of the time, this is the case that happens. So these are the root cause of all our problems. What do we do about this? Okay, leave everything and come and sit in the house. Okay, leave the job. Let's spend time for the parents. Leave the job. Let me spend time over my wife. Is that possible? No. Today's scenario, it is not possible, and that is the reason why today people are most of them suffering from heart attack, because they are fighting between emotional problems and their technical problems in life, which is mostly money oriented and material oriented. So what is the solution to this? There is a solution. Thanks to Dr. Batch, who's given a complete eraser for negative emotion that gets built up in the body. Not everybody are affected by negative emotions, isn't it? This is the root cause of even success, that if you get into a positive mode and positive emotion in life, deleting every other emotion that might affect you, then definitely you are the one who will come up in life in a separate angle altogether. Okay, so I will explain about how we can delete some of these negative emotions. Negative emotions of nobody is taking care of me, nobody is talking to me also, even giving me the attention. Mainly I see all elderly cases, physiotherapy cases also, or whoever I attend, elderly cases, one person is coming and just taking care of them. That is all they want. And the children are actually finding it so stressful, because they also know that it is mostly only emotional based. Whichever we take them to the hospital, spend money in lakhs also. People from abroad, they spend money, they even get leave and come. How many cases we see this happening? But at the same time, they will not be satisfied, and that emotional stress will only grow more and more, because you're only trying to compensate it through materialism. So that emotional base, the root cause for all the problems inside your body, has to be deleted, and this is easily done through Dr. Batch remedies, which I will explain in detail in the next video. Until then, take care.